So you've built your profile, you have reached out and you're starting to build your network. Now you want to make sure as many people as possible are seeing your profile. You want to drive traffic to it. So a couple of things. I can't emphasize this enough. The more you build your network, the more you will show up in other people's searches and the more traffic you will add to your profile, or the more traffic you will drive to your profile. So I have something like just over 700 connections. But when you connect with somebody, let's say you and I connect on LinkedIn, and I have 700 contacts and you have 700 contacts. Now both of our networks are 1,400 contacts, right? It adds into your network the networks of all the people you're connected to. So the more you build that, the better it is for you. I think that of my 700 contacts, the last time I looked, the size of my network is over 8.1 million people from all of those, from all of the, the networks and the networks upon the networks and so on. It's very advantageous for you. The best way to drive traffic to your site is to participate on LinkedIn and to build your own connections. The next thing is you want to make sure you have a public profile. Some people don't set their profile to public and then they wonder why they're not getting traffic. So as you saw, a moment ago when I was Googling myself, my LinkedIn profile is the second thing that shows up on a Google search about me. You want to make sure you have a public profile so that you're showing up in Google searches as well. Another thing you can do that is really easy, you can set a custom URL, which is a custom address for going to your LinkedIn profile. You choose it, you select it as an option, and mine is my name, linkedin.com/in/Glenn Ewald. It's so much easier to give that to a person that you meet on the street. Some people are adding it to their business cards now, so it's immediately obvious as you're networking at events. It's a key way of driving traffic to your profile to have a really easy address that you will memorize. It's always going to be on the top of your mind. So make sure you do that. Set your profile to public. Give yourself a custom address. And I mentioned earlier the algorithm, the computer language that tracks all of your participation. Go around and look at people's profiles. That in itself makes you show up in more searches, makes you show up on their page as a person you may know. It's a really nice way, again, of driving more traffic to your profile, building your number of connections, okay? The keywords, do you remember earlier when I was talking about the additional information section? You can add keywords there. Keywords that are related to your industry that are going to drive traffic to your site. So let's, for example, say, if you Google my name, my LinkedIn profile comes up. But if I add keywords to my profile that are around capacities that I have, skills that I have, as I was saying earlier, crisis communications, media relations, strategic planning, then if a person is searching for crisis communications in Toronto, there's a greater likelihood that my profile, because people are also finding it through Google searches, my name is going to start to come up. So it's a type of search engine optimization. It's a way for you to add some keywords so that you show up not just by name, but if people are looking for communications, Toronto, and they're looking for specific elements of communications, that my name is likely to come up. If you're using a smartphone, put the LinkedIn app onto your smartphone. It's such an easy way. I was saying earlier, you want to participate in LinkedIn every couple of weeks, right? Sometimes you don't have the time, but if you're on the streetcar and you've got this app easily on your phone, it's such a nice way for you to go through. I scan the people I may know. I scan all of the people who viewed my profile. I might read a couple of articles, look at a few things. It's a nice way for you to just kind of keep up on your LinkedIn activity, okay? The other thing that I do, it's not for everybody, but I think it's a nice thing to do. If you go to my Twitter handle, for example, you'll see that under website, I list my LinkedIn profile as the website on Twitter. So that if people are curious about any of the things that I am tweeting about, for example, the Toronto Star city editor left today, if they go to my Twitter profile, they can immediately get driven to my LinkedIn profile, which for me is so much better than them going to the company website of the company that I work for, okay? It's not for everybody, but it's one additional way that you can build your LinkedIn network.